Hey y'all, for today's video, we are going backwards and doing my reading wrap up for October and November because I have not done a wrap up for either of those. I also didn't get a ton of reading done. I don't know why I say that because it's like the same every month. But to kick off October, I read the second Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Did a whole reading vlog on that, so you can watch that video. I'm not going to go into it on here because there's literally an entire video dedicated to it. So if you are a Harry Potter fan, go watch that video. The next thing I had to read in October to put me in that good spooky mood was A Discovery of Witches from Deborah Harkness. You guys, I am the worst with pronouncing names. Anyway, this is like a supernatural romance book. I loved it. It's actually a TV show. It says you can watch it on AMC. I'm pretty sure you can watch it somewhere else. I can't remember if I watched it off like Hulu or something like that, but it only had the first season and I wasn't able to watch the second season, and then I figured out that they're books. So I was like, I'm just gonna read them. Read it, it did not disappoint. This is about a witch named Diana Bishop. She is at Oxford, I believe, as a professor for alchemy. Am I remembering that correctly? It's something along those lines, which actually made this book so much fun. A lot of it went over my head because I don't understand things like alchemy, but it was very interesting to read. Anyway, she's a witch, and in her world there are also vampires and demons. There's like 4 species: humans, witches, vampires, and demons. Humans don't know about the other 3, and the other 3 groups more or less keep to themselves until one day Diana Bishop unearths this magical, enchanted, alchemical manuscript, and everyone wants to get their hands on it. She doesn't really know why because she has distanced herself from the whole witch thing, but of course this moody hot vampire comes into her life and they begin this journey together. This book also kind of felt like it was like 3 books in one. There was like 3 different sections of it. It was so good, and I really need to get my hands on the second one in the series because I'm dying to figure out. It ends on a huge cliffhanger, and I don't know why I haven't gotten the second book yet, but I really need to. Okay, I'm really bad about this, but I love reading my favorite quotes from the book to help get you interested in it. You have no idea how many times I bought a book because of a quote I've heard from it. Attend to me, all people, and listen to me, all who inhabit the world. My beloved who is red has called to me. He sought and found me. I am the flower of the field, a lily growing in the valley. I am the mother of true love and of fear and of understanding and blessed hope. There's also the shorter quote that I'm totally obsessed with. It's, I want what I shouldn't want, and I crave someone I can never have. Seriously, I highly recommend this book, guys. It's so good. And that leads me into my first read for November. It was The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes from Suzanne Collins, which is a YA dystopian novel. If you don't already know, I am like an OG Hunger Games girly, like truly obsessed. And so of course I had to do a whole video on this, rereading it before the new movie came out and going to see it. So check out that video. I'm not going to talk about it in here because just like Harry Potter, I did a whole video on it. And the last thing that I read in November was Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. Finally read this one. I've had it on my TBR cart for probably over a year now. I'm gonna be honest, I did not think I was gonna get into this one, and then like I could never put it down though. I was so invested in the drama. If you haven't heard, it is very much like a Gossip Girl type book. It's about this girl named Magnolia Parks who has this messy breakup with the love of her life named JB. BJ? It's BJ. I'm not going to tell you why they break up because it's kind of a mystery, like they don't tell you right off the bat, but they decide once they break up, BJ clearly wants to get back together with her, and she's like, no, it can't happen. So she dates other guys to make him upset, and he sleeps with other women to make her upset, and it's just really stupid. Like, it's so toxic, and BJ is like one of the most toxic characters ever. The point of view flips back and forth between Magnolia and BJ, and I'm not really sure if we're supposed to like want her to take him back. I feel like their initial reason for breaking up they totally could have worked through, but then everything he does after that is just like, absolutely not. Like, no way. You guys are like done, should not have anything to do with each other. But this whole book goes back and forth between the two of them. This new guy comes into the picture, Tom England, who she 1000% should be with, just my opinion. And the end of the book ends on a huge cliffhanger. I'm pretty sure this has to be a series, but I just don't think I can get invested in the second book after this one. Like, they're all so pretentious. I don't know. I just don't think I can do it. If someone wants to spoil it for me and just tell me who she ends up with, please do, because I'm dying to know. This one was hard because I didn't really mark a whole lot in this book. I didn't love a whole lot in this book. So the quote I have is, "I'll look back at this moment some time from now. This is when I'll mark it. Write it down. Dog-ear the moment in my mind that this right here is when the molecular structure of who Tom England is to me will begin to change." Which I just think is so romantic. Anyway, guys, it was short, but that was my reading wrap up for October and November. It's very busy, a couple of months, and I haven't really talked about it on here, I don't think, but I am getting ready to have a baby, which is another reason filming was so hard this summer, because I was so sick for the first couple of months. But getting ready for this baby has occupied me mentally and physically, so it's been hard to get very much reading done. But of course, I would love to hear your thoughts on any of these books, especially Discovery of Witches, because I loved that one so much. Honestly, it was like the perfect read for October. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram to see what I am currently reading, as well as if there are any changes to my upload schedule. If this encourages you at all, I hope you like this video and subscribe to this channel. It's super easy, and I will see you next Wednesday.